Hello.
Yes, hi, Sarah Jane.
Hi.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. This is Randy Mathers, your tutor for today. How are you today?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. And, well, like I said, we will be conducting a session about reading comprehension. Can you tell me what's keeping you busy today?
Um, pretty much been helping with my mom, doing some chores,
Oh, that's great.
and that's probably it for now.
All right, that's great to hear that you are helping your mom right now. And I must say that you are an industrious woman.
Probably so.
Right, well, aside from that, are there other things that would interest you?
I'm interested in computer,
Mm.
technologies.
All right, that's nice to hear that you're interested with technology. And what we will be doing right now, well, this may not have anything to do with technology as a whole, but I will just be reading, I guess, a story or two, and then I will be checking as to how well you understand the stories, okay?
Sure.
And also, I will also be teaching some new words for you to add to your vocabulary, okay?
Sure.
All right, good.
That will help.
All right, and let's learn a new word today. And one of the new words that we will be learning today is endo. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And when you say endo, it it is a verb and it means two things. First, to endo is to give or bequeath an income or property to a person or institution. Using it in a sentence, for this context, it means John endowed the church with lands. And the second meaning of that word is to establish, say, a college post, an annual prize or a project by donating the funds needed to maintain it. And I'll use it in a sentence. Alright? President
Mm-hmm.
Obama donated endowment to the President's Scholarship Fund. Alright?
Can you please repeat the first meaning of it? I didn't quite get it.
Sure, Sarah Jane. Let me say that again to you. Well, the first meaning is to give or bequeath an income or property to a person or institution. Like John endowed the church with lands. It's like a donation. It just means some sort of a
Okay, so how do
donation.
you spell that word?
Yes,
No, the end though, the
endo.
word.
Yes, it's pronounced as endo, and the spelling is E, E for Edward, N for Nancy, D for dog, O for Oscar, and W for whiskey. Once again, it's ENDOW. Okay?
Oh, I didn't get that. My connection is getting kind of laggy.
Oh,
Sorry about
sorry to
that.
hear. It's okay. Well, let me just repeat that again and just tell me if you got it loud and clear, okay?
Okay, okay.
Once again, it's E for Edward, N for Nancy, D for dog, O for Oscar, and W for whiskey. Okay?
Yes, I got it.
All right. Thank you very much indeed, Sarah Jane. Now, what we're going to do next is that I will be reading a passage. Okay, I'll be reading a story. It's about It's about polar bears. It's how melting Arctic ice has made life harder for lean polar bears. And please listen carefully to the story, and I will be asking a question or two about it after I've read it. Okay? So, shall we start?
Sure, sure.
Alright, thank you. So, once again, the title of the story is How Melting Arctic Ice Has Made Life Harder for Lean Polar Bears.
What was the title again? I'm sorry, my connection was
All right. Well, the title of the story once again is How Melting Arctic Ice Has Made Life Harder for Lean Polar Bears.
Oh, okay. I got it.
All right. And let me start with the story. Led by researchers at the University of Alberta, a new study in the Journal of Animal Ecology from the British Ecological Society finds that lately, due to climate change, it's only the fattest polar bears that survive the year. Polar bears have an unusual hunting period. Most animals stock up on food in the warm months, building fat reserves to get through the long, cold winters. But polar bears in Canada's Hudson Bay area do the opposite. Their best food source is the Arctic seal, which they can only hunt in the coldest winter months. In the winter and spring, the polar bears head on out into the bay, frozen over with ice, and begin hunting delicious, fatty seals. In the summertime, the ice melts, and the bears retreat off the ice onto land, where they are less efficient hunters, and, besides, there's less food on the land of the tundra than under the water. Rises in climate temperature have had a major impact on the polar bear's hunting. The ice melts faster and the season shortens, so the bears have less and less time to hunt during their time of plenty. Since 1991, the team has been monitoring an array of over 100 female polar bears. The males have necks wider than their heads, which makes it hard to give them a collar they'll stay on, and found that their hunting time is indeed getting shorter and shorter. So it's only the fattest bears that can survive with this shorter hunting season, to the detriment of the species as a whole. Alright, so were you able to follow the passage or the story? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Alright, so were you able to follow the passage or the story, Sarah Jane?
Yes, I can. But can you please read it again,
Oh,
just to
sure.
make sure? Thanks.
Sure, let me read that again for you, okay? Once again, the
Mm-hmm.
title of the story is How Melting Arctic Ice Has Made Life Harder for Lean Polar Bears. Led by researchers at the University of Alberta, a new study in the Journal of Animal Ecology from the British Ecological Society finds that lately, due to climate change, it's only the fattest polar bears that survive the year. Polar bears have an unusual hunting period. Most animals stock up on food in the warm months, building fat reserves to get through the long, cold winters. But polar bears in Canada's Hudson Bay area do the opposite. Their best food source is the Arctic seal, which they can only hunt in the coldest winter months. In the winter and spring, the polar bears head on out into the bay, frozen over with ice, and begin hunting delicious, fatty seals. In the summertime, the ice melts, and the bears retreat off the ice onto land, where they are less efficient hunters, and, besides, there's less food on the land of the tundra than under the water. Rises in climate temperature have had a major impact on the polar bear's hunting. The ice melts faster and the season shortens, so the bears have less and less time to hunt during their time of plenty. Since 1991, the team has been monitoring an array of over 100 female polar bears. The males have necks wider than their heads, which makes it hard to give them a collar that will stay on, and found that their hunting time is indeed getting shorter and shorter. So it's only the fattest bears that can survive with this shorter hunting season, to the detriment of the species as a whole. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
So now, are we ready to answer a few
Okay, I will
questions?
try to answer a few questions.
Sure, no problem. First, what kind of animal or animals have been mentioned in the whole passage?
A polar bear.
That's great, Sarah Jane. You've answered the first question correctly. And the next question, or the last question, is what time of the year are polar bears best suited to?
I believe it's winter.
Absolutely correct, Sarah Jane. Well, you have answered these two questions correctly. And also, well, let me also share with you another new word to learn. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that word is startle. Okay? Startle. It's
Mm-hmm.
spelled S for Sam, T for Tom, A for Apple, R for Robert, T for Tom, L for like, and E for Edward. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And once again, it's Startle. It's read as startle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a verb. It means to cause a person or animal to feel sudden shock or alarm. It's like you're suddenly shocked or alarmed. And to use it in a sentence, it means it's like a sudden sound in the doorway startled her.
Oh, yes, I get that word.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I was saying yes, I understand.
Alright, that's nice to hear. So, can you share to me the two words that you have learned today in this session?
The other one is endo,
And
and then startle.
that is correct. Well, let me just, alright, well, you've mentioned those two words correctly. Let me just make sure that the pronunciation of the first word is correct. It's read as endo. Okay?
Endo.
Endo, right. That's absolutely correct, Sarah Jane. And all right. Well, in closing, well, let me also remind you that, well, you've done great in this session, right? It's just a matter of more practice, especially when it comes to reading or listening to articles, so that you could answer questions efficiently and correctly. Okay? So
Okay.
what I would suggest is for you to read more English books, English newspapers, and stuff, so that you would be able to get a better understanding of what the story or the passage is all about.
Thanks.
And how would you feel about the lesson
I
today?
I feel confident.
Oh, it's nice to hear that uh, you're confident, and I would just like to tell you that uh, that would definitely help in increasing your confidence. And any further thoughts about what we did today?
That's it. Yeah, you're a great teacher,
Oh, thank you
by the
so much
way.
for that. Thank you so much for the nice remarks, Sarah Jane. And I'll be looking forward to speaking with you soon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much
Okay.
for your time,
Thanks.
and you have a great day ahead, okay?
Uh-huh.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.